Hi darlings, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kagam. Okay, today's video is a little bit different, but I think you're gonna find it interesting even if you love luxury shopping and shopping. I want to talk about this show called Marrying Millions. I don't know if some of you are watching it. It's on Lifetime. So I watch it on the telly, but I'm also watching it on YouTube. It's an absolutely bonkers show. Just really quickly, the premise is there's a super rich partner, and then there's also someone who isn't as rich in the relationship, and it's like, should they get married, should they stay together, yes or no? So that's the premise of the whole show. Now, luxury shopping and shopping comes up a lot as a theme. In the first series it did, and in the second series I'm currently watching, it comes up as a theme. So I wanted to talk about just like a few little things. It doesn't matter if you haven't seen the show, but I'll post clips below so that you can get an idea of what the show is about. But one of the couples that I'm currently watching right now in the second series, I believe he's called Donovan and the lady's called Danny. He's a very successful property developer, and she is basically his live-in girlfriend. And he's like always loved her, always wanted to be with her, rare. And people are saying, oh, she's only with him because of the money, blah, blah, blah. Now, it's interesting. She works in his property development company, but he pays her like $500 a week, but he has like expensive watches and really nice things. When I was watching these episodes, I'm just like, hold on a minute. You are absolutely loaded. You're worth millions of dollars. That's the whole point. The wealthy partner has to actually be worth millions of dollars or pounds, etc. You're worth millions, okay? And you're just giving her like $500 a week, and she can't like, you know, go out and buy nice things. And he was saying in one of the episodes that she's very materialistic. She constantly cares about how she looks and whether she looks good, and she likes nice things. So I was like, obviously, because my channel's a shopping channel, we're constantly talking about gorgeous things to buy, luxury things, high street things. And it got me thinking about the premise of like, when someone in a relationship is like the wealthier partner and you're maybe not as rich, or if you're the rich partner and your partner isn't as rich, where do you draw the line? And what is the concept around gifting and giving gifts and sharing? Say you're the wealthy partner, whether you're a woman or a man, do you think that you should be buying them things that they want if they're the ones who don't have money? I mean, what do you guys think about this? So I actually think this is a really important topic that doesn't get talked about a lot. So I want to just kind of talk about the things that I saw in the show. I'll give my opinion, then I'm going to give my opinion in general. And this is totally related to luxury shopping, because one of the biggest critiques I've read about YouTubers and Instagrammers, etc. online, a massive critique that I've heard about us, I guess, because I'm a YouTuber now, even though I'm an entrepreneur, but a massive critique I've heard about people talking about people with luxury YouTube channels and shopping channels is that we are very like opaque about the source of funds and who's paying for what. So just really quickly as a segue, one of my favorite YouTubers in the luxury shopping space, she gets absolutely wrecked and roasted on these like gossip forums, and people always slagging her off, saying she's spending tens of thousands of pounds a month shopping, but they don't know what she does for a living. I mean, I personally do not care. I could give a fig's leaf. Like, I don't care, because I don't think it matters, to be honest with you. And whether a man is giving her money or not, to me, is irrelevant. But I know for other people, they think it's really important. So it's like a similar thing in this Marrying for Millions show. And so with Donovan and Danny, she wants to be given more money. She wants to have more money to spend things on herself. And he told her something in one of the recent episodes. He was like, well, I already give you, like, I already pay your bills at home. Like, you don't have bills to pay, and I pay for this, I pay for that. I give you money for this, I give you money for that. So like $500 a week should be enough. And I remember just sitting there watching the episode like, nope. The reason why I'm like, no, is because in my opinion, depending on where you're from in the world, I'm from a very conservative country. I'm also a Christian, so that might kind of color my views of things a little bit, but not that much. I would say I'm a very like, politically, I'm probably like a center left. Like, I'm progressive, but I'm also very religious. So I think if you would ask me what I would say I'm like a center left person. So when I was watching him say that, I kind of felt like it was unfair. He knew that she wanted to, he always knew that she liked nice things. He always knew that she liked the good life. He knew that when he got with her. So I actually feel like she's the more honest one. She does want a man who's going to give her money to buy nice things. She does want a man who has money, who can provide a very luxurious lifestyle for her. Now, he is wealthy. He can provide that lifestyle for her. So what's wrong with him, you know, doing that? I don't see what the big deal is. And that's the thing that I find so irritating about some people. And in a lot of these situations, it tends to be men. There is a very successful female entrepreneur with on the show called Noni, with her boyfriend's called Reese. That's the only woman with money on the show, and Gentil, who's also on the show. So there are two women. Noni, very successful woman in the beauty industry, and Gentil, a very successful entrepreneur in the property real estate industry. But putting those two women aside, everyone else is a man who's the rich person, and the woman is the not rich person. Now, I just think that if, to me, okay, I grew up seeing my dad being a gentleman. So my expectations have always been that men are gentlemen and men buy gifts for women that they care about. Of course, as a woman, you can absolutely buy a gift back. Don't get me wrong, you can do that. And I think that's great. And I've done that before. I love getting gifts for my husband. But I'm just so shocked at his kind of like flippant, like, yeah, I'm giving you 2K a month. I don't care, because I pay your other bills. I think that's kind of disrespectful and rude. And he knew very well that she liked luxury things, okay? And at the end of the day, he can afford to pay for that for her. So why not, if you love her and if you care for her? With that couple, the jury's out. I'm gonna keep watching the show and see how I feel. Now, there's another couple called Kevin and Katie. This couple is very controversial. Tons of people say they're fake, blah, blah, blah. Just a really quick rundown. He's a successful entrepreneur in the digital marketing space. I've actually heard about him before the show because, as you know, I also work in digital marketing. So when I heard he was on the show, I was like, oh, is that the Kevin lad from digital marketing anyway? So he's very successful in digital marketing. She's like a model and she has like other jobs, but she does not have money. Now, in the episode, one of the episodes, he makes her like pay for a bill, which to me is cardinal sin. No ma'am. Okay, I almost lost it watching her trying to like squeeze the money out to pay because she did not have money to pay. He took her to this like super luxurious fine dining restaurant and he made her pay her bit, and I just felt really uncomfortable with that. Like, I've always grown up with men being gentlemen. My husband is a gentleman, he's very generous, and I just can't fathom like men not being gentlemen. I don't think most women are saying that like men need to pay for everything. That is not what we're saying at all. But I do think like the first date, second date, third date, I do think the man should pay. And I think that's just a gentleman thing to do. If you're a woman who doesn't mind paying, that's fine. But a lot of the women on this show, they are expecting men to pay because they have been upfront. Now, Katie's problem is Katie tried to pretend she was okay with paying for stuff, but it was killing her financially. It's like crushing her. And it was so uncomfortable watching someone who's been so blessed by God with abundance and with money and wealth, and you don't even want to pay like a little, like your girlfriend's bit for the dinner, and that's like your girlfriend for 1 year. So I was like, no ma'am. Like, I was about to lose it. So imagine when she's like, hey, I want to buy a Fendi baguette. I want to buy a Cartier love bracelet that we're constantly talking about on this channel. He might have a seizure. We all know how much those things cost because obviously if you watch my channel, you know I'm constantly talking about luxury shopping and shopping in general. So this show to me is absolutely fascinating. I would recommend you watch it. I just think it's so crazy to me how like when someone has been upfront about wanting a luxurious lifestyle, you are okay subsidizing that. And then you're like, okay, well, no, I'm only gonna give you a small allowance. To me, that's controlling and it's a type of financial abuse. I also think what Kevin is doing to Katie is also a form of financial abuse because life is very random, okay? God blesses people. God gives you what you can handle. If you've been blessed enough to be able to like afford beautiful, like luxurious, expensive things, and your partner needs your support, why would you not support your partner? I don't understand that thinking and that way of life. I'm not saying that Katie should be a kept woman. I myself am an entrepreneur. I have my own business. I have employees. I believe in women working hard and earning their own money. But I also respect women who are very upfront about dating men who are rich and have money. So what's the problem in you actually doing nice things for her that she expects, and that frankly to you it's nothing and it costs nothing? I'm not saying like go to Harry Winston and, you know, buy the most expensive ring there, but I do think that there's a bit of hypocrisy like on this show. A lot of the men who are rich on the show, they want a woman who's like, her body is slamming, you know, she's got a perfect body, she's like a UK size A, she's gorgeous, she's absolutely stunning, and they want her also to like pay her way. And it's like, no, women who look like that, they can get any man they want, and they can get men who are ready to take care of them and spend money on them. My view on luxury shopping and gifts in relationships is like this. For me, obviously I'm married and I'm happily married, even though I'm a newlywed. For me, I think it's really important in a marriage or in a relationship where you're cohabiting, for example. I think it's important, even if you are in a more traditional relationship. I would say my relationship is quite traditional. I think it's important for women to also be part of the gift giving gifts as well. Not just constantly you're the one receiving. I think you also need to be giving gifts. But women have many gifts that they give, such as having to give up their bodies for like 9 months to produce a child. And I think that's something that's lost on a lot of men. So I just thought it was just such a fascinating show that I've been watching. There's so many tones about luxury shopping. On the series last year, there was a girl called Katie and her boyfriend, who many people said was like a fake millionaire and didn't have any money. So like he took her to the jewelry store and he bought her like a fake diamond bracelet. And the jeweler was like, let me stop you right there. You're wearing cubic zirconia on your wrist. And with me, I'm very honest with you guys, you know, this is my wedding band has gone to the jewelers to get clean, but my wedding ring is, my engagement ring is like diamonds, like real diamonds, obviously, and real tanzanite. But this is like a costume jewelry bracelet from my mom, and this is cubic zirconia. And I think it's so obvious when something is cubic zirconia to like a real diamond. You can even see here, if you look quite closely, you can see these diamonds are real here, and you can see that this is CZ. But it, like that clip, I might have to add the clip as well in the description below. Like that clip was like, the jeweler was like, let me stop you right there. Like, this is a fake bracelet. I was going to freak out. And when I was watching that clip, and I remember watching it last year anyway in the series, I remember thinking, why did you have to lie? If you can't afford a luxury bracelet or a diamond ring or a diamond bracelet for your girlfriend or your fiance, just be honest. I think most women would be very pleased to get even just a simple costume jewelry bracelet like this, you know? What's wrong with that, you know? I think it's really important to also like live within your means and be realistic to your means. So, in summary, what do you think about the idea of gift giving in a relationship? What happens when one person really likes expensive things, the other person doesn't like expensive things? Do you think a relationship can work? Do you think it cannot work? Do you think that it's okay for women to expect gifts in a relationship? And should it be an equal thing? Or do you think you guys should have an agreement before? Guys, I need to know your thoughts. Okay, this is a bit of a different video, but it is connected to shopping. So let me know if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more. Hit that bell so you don't miss any of my future videos, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you on my next video on Thursday. Peace.